Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, folks, welcome back. We're looking at forming equations. The first equation that we're going to do, we're going to do a nice quick rectangle. Okay, here's our rectangle here. Lovely. Right, please draw that rectangle. We're going to label this one up. So we have is be given the length. This is going to be x. Add 3, for example. And now we've been told that this height here is equal to 7. And we've been told that the area of this shape is equal to 35 centimeters squared. So you've been given a rectangle. Its length is x plus 3. Okay, length is x plus 3 over here. The width is 7. And the area is equal to 35 centimeters squared. Now, we need to form an equation. We need to, first of all, we need to start off with what? We need to start off with
X.
We need to start off with idea. What is the idea for this question? We have to look for the key word in this question. And the key word in this question is that. So, what is the idea? Okay, let's have Fatima. The area. They have mentioned the word area. So you have to think, what do we know about the area of a rectangle? So the area of rectangle is what? Mr. Ali? Area of rectangle is equal to what?
35 centimeters squared.
No, that's information they've given us. How do we look at the area of a rectangle? No, forget the length. Just give me generally. On any rectangle, the area is something. Go on.
The length times width.
That's what I wanted. The area is equal to the length multiplied by the width. So that was our idea. What happens next? Next we have our substitution. So we now put the values in that we know. So we have the idea first, now we start putting numbers in. Now what do we know the value of? Do we know the area? Yes. Do we know the length?
Yes.
Okay, the length has been given and the width's been given. Okay, look, let's start putting everything in. Be careful, your head just touched it. So your area is equal to what? What's the area equal to, Fatima?
Length times.
No, what is the area equal to? The value, area.
3 times 7.
Oh my days. What is the area equal to? What is the area equal to in the question?
Centimeters.
No, we don't put centimeters squared in the formula though. That's fine over here, but you don't put it in the formula. Right, next, let's have Halima. What is the length? Now, normally I call this one my length, and this one we call it our width. So, what is the value of our length in the diagram? The length is?
7.
That's the width. Wow,
Oh, x plus 3.
X plus 3. Okay, Mr. Ali, give me the width, please.
Width, the width is 7.
Thank you. Okay, lovely. Nice, confident. It says 7. Yeah, that's good. Now, so far we started off with the idea. They mentioned the word area, so we write down the formula for area. Okay, now, what did we put in under all the area, length, and width? We started putting in the information that we know. Lovely. Now, what do? Now, we actually need to work out what's actually missing in this particular question. What do we need to work out? What don't we know?
The length.
We don't know the value of x. So in this particular question, x is the unknown quantity. We're going to work out the x. Where is the x?
There.
So what's the next stage now? What are we going to do now? We are going to solve for x. Now when we solve for x, we need to identify the actions. Do you remember that? Okay, who remembers identifying actions?
In the idea. Me.
Should be rulers in there. Is ruler?
Yeah.
Can't find one. See from here. Yeah. Okay, sit down, take a seat. Now, we want to look at x. X has been done. What's been done to it first?
X.
Okay, I did. Let's choose a different color.
It's being plus
X has been
1,
added by
the 3
first action. Then it's been timed by 7, which is the
second action.
second action. Right. So Halima, if we identify that X has been added by 3 and timed by 7, which action do we move first in the process of solving it?
Plus 3.
Okay. You don't move the first action first. When you the whole purpose of identifying the actions is that when you solve in reverse order. So first doesn't go first. That's good. That's good. Try. First doesn't go first. What goes first, Halima? It's not the plus 3. It'll be the. What will it be? Time by 7. Excellent. So we gotta grab the time by 7 and take it over. Opposite of time by 7 is.
Divide 7.
So we have 35 divided by 7, which is Ali.
5.
5. Copy the 5 under the 35. Copy the x plus 3 under the x plus 3. You could have put brackets if you like. You could have put them here in the beginning of the question if you wanted to. That's not a problem. But now once the time by 7 goes, the brackets also go with it. Okay, what's left? What do we have left now to do, Khadija?
You have to do this first action.
That's fine. Now you have to move the plus 3 has to be moved. So the opposite add in 3 is?
Minus 3.
So 5 minus 3 is?
2.
Is equal to?
X equals to 2x.
2 equals x and x equals to same thing, but we keep the x's under the x's. We don't unnecessarily move around. If you want to write it again afterwards, x equals 2, that makes you feel happy by all means. So in this particular question, we had a rectangle. The width was 7 centimeters. The length was x plus 3 centimeters, and the area was 35 centimeters squared. And we had to form an equation and work it out. Okay. So what's the last part of here? So what do we have here now? We have the answer or solution if you want to put it. So you solve something, you have a solution. Right. Can somebody go through the main steps of that question back to me? Mr. Yusuf.
First, you got to think of an idea. So
Which is based on the context of the
formula.
question. So the question was talking about area. So what did we come up with? Area equals
length times by width.
Okay, next step, Halima. The next step, this one here.
The area divided by the width.
The next step is this part here. Yusuf has explained the idea part. You explained to me the substitution part. So once we write up our formula, what do we do next? What is the area?
35.
So you substitute. So what is the next step then? Explain it to us. You just done it with us. Explain what we do second step. Fatima, she needs a bit of help on.
Basically, copy down the area and.
What do you mean by basically copy down the area? What's the key word that you guys haven't mentioned yet? We substitute for the words in the formula the values in the question. So the area has a value of.
35.
So where you find area, you put 35. The length has a value of x plus 3. The width has a value of 7. And the time is just copied down, yes? So we've done step 2. Okay, Khadija, step 3. Now that we've written everything out, what do we do next?
You copy it down and then
We have to what? We have to.
Copy the first action and then.
We have to. What we do now in the next level? Solving for x. We have to now work out the value of x, what we don't know. Yes? We've formed the equation. Now we have to. So what do we do first? What's this?
First action.
Identify the actions. What's happening to x? X will be added by 3 and then time by? So which one do you move first? The last action. The last action moves first. So opposite time by 7 is?
Divide by 7.
Okay, right. And then opposite of add 3 is?
Minus.
And that gives us the solution. The x is equal to 2. So if you want to write down the length is equal to x add 3, which is 2 add 3. So the length is equal to? The actual length is 5 centimeters. If you know x, guess 1.
Is length times width and base times height the same?
Yes, it's different. We normally use base and height when we talk about triangles.
Yeah.
But if you were to use it for rectangle, it wouldn't be wrong. But normally we use the word base when we're talking about triangle, the base of the triangle and the height of the triangle. But if you were to use them here for the rectangle, They are interchangeable things, but we tend to use one for triangles and this one for rectangles. Yes, Mr. Ali.
So can you recap? Can you carry on to solve now? Because never heard properly.
So, okay, opposite add 3. So we finished off opposite add 3 is minus 3. So 5 minus 3 is 2. So 2 is equal to x. So we worked out now the value of x. The value of x is 2. Now once we know the value of x, we can work out the proper length. The length was x add. What was the length? The length was x add 3. And what was the value of x? 2. So what's 2 add 3?
5.
Is 5. So the full length is 5 centimeters. And that's the end of that question. We're going to stop the video here. And we're going to make a new video for the next question. If I can find the keyboard.
Yeah.
Are you? Okay, right.